Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another speed build. For today's speed build, I am building in Sequoia, the new world that comes with the new expansion pack, Growing Together. I didn't really look into the world, like I didn't read any of the descriptions or anything for this new world because I do plan on eventually doing a let's play for this new world, and so I kind of just want to experience things with the new world like as I play. So I didn't really want to like look into too much right now because I want to save it for later. Um, but for this house, I want it to be able to basically grow with the family that I plan on making. So for the first part, it's just going to be two Sims that are, newly married and whatnot, newlyweds. But it's going to have enough space for them to like grow into it. So that was kind of my idea behind this. And I looked at like, I believe there's 3 empty lots when you first start playing in this world. I do believe that they do have like one empty like starter home lot too. But basically what I did is I just looked at the 3 empty lots because I knew that I wanted to build for myself, and I chose to build in this lot that's near like the little like lake or river. I don't know what it's supposed to be honestly, because I think it looked the nicest and looked like the most like homey. Because the other lot, one of the other lots, was by like another body of water again, but it was near like a lot of modern stuff, and I didn't want to build like a modern house. And the other one was by like the park, and again, it just didn't necessarily feel like it fit the vibe that I wanted for this let's play that I wanted to do, because obviously it's supposed to be very family oriented. So that's basically what I did as far as deciding where I wanted to build. And then obviously with it being right next to like that whole like dock area with the boats and everything, I like immediately decided that I wanted to do kind of like a Cape Cod or like, that kind of style situation of a home. And so that's kind of what I was going with for that. It's definitely not a starter home. I believe it was close. The last time I looked at how much it was, which I was not finished with the build at that point, it was like over 30,000 simoleons. How do you say that word? Despite the fact that I've been playing The Sims for so long, I still cannot say that word correctly. So it's probably pretty expensive. Definitely not a starter home. But that's fine because I don't necessarily like, I'm not planning on doing like a rags to riches deal or anything like that. The whole point of the let's play that I want to do is just to grow their family and whatnot. So I figured it would be fine to, have the house be a little bit more pricey, because I did want to try initially. I wanted to try to make the house where it was just base game and the new pack, but there were a lot of things that I wanted to incorporate it with, that came with other packs, because obviously I do want to make it into a let's play. So for me, it being more functional for all of the things that I wanted to do was more important than just it being only 2 packs. So initially, you'll see that I was pretty much only using base game and growing together. I literally have it filtered now as I am building, but eventually there's just a lot of stuff that I wanted to use as well with this build, so I ended up kind of ignoring that stipulation that I gave myself in the beginning. But so far, like, I really did like some of the like build buy things that came with the pack. I think it was really, really nice. A lot of the things you definitely probably could not build like a whole entire like house or anything with just this pack, because I know, for example, as far as like wallpaper and stuff, it pretty much only has like tiling and then exterior wallpaper. So unless you like want like a brick kind of wallpaper inside of your house, you're definitely going to need to use like base game which is basically what I did as far as like the build that I have. Is I pretty much just used base game and the growing together pack for all of the different wallpapers that I used. But I actually really like for the bathroom, the tiling that they have is actually really, really nice. I really like the two different tiles that they have in the game with the expansion pack. I think that they're really, really nice. And like I really like how they incorporated like some more traditional furniture, but then they also had like some modern bits and pieces along with it, just for, you know, two different kind of styles and gameplay and stuff with that. I think that's really nice, because not everyone is, you know, super modern, but then also not everyone wants to have like a super traditional kind of vibe going on. So I think it was like a really good mix of modern but traditional at the same time. I definitely think that there should have been like maybe like a little bit more as far as like room stuff, because like there's only like one new double bed and everything like that, so I wish there was like a little bit more with that. But like for the most part, I think the pack actually had a lot of new stuff and a lot of nice stuff to really like give your game a different look. And especially obviously like you're always gonna have the base game, so even if you just have the base game and this pack, I think it actually can like make a really nice looking house. Definitely. So far I haven't played it yet, but like I've bought in packs solely for the build buy stuff before. That's the only reason why I have the wedding pack, even though I don't even use that stuff because it's torture to have a wedding now in the game. But like my main reasoning for buying it was definitely the stuff in it, but or the build buy stuff, to clarify. I'm definitely excited to go and start playing in with this new pack, just to see if it lives up to all of the hype. Because like I said in like my last video, I really haven't been like looking at any reviews or anything of the pack, because I want to kind of just judge it for myself and whatnot. So I have high hopes, but I also have low expectations all at the same time, because I've had high hopes with other packs that have come out with this game or with Sims in general and have been disappointed. So I'm not gonna like get my hopes up too much, because there is a strong possibility that I will be disappointed. But you know, we'll see. We will see. I still haven't even looked at like the cast stuff, which I plan on making the Sims for this Let's Play pretty much right after I film and finish filming and uploading this video. I'm hoping to kind of have the Let's Play start this week, definitely, but I have a lot going on this week too, so I feel like I'm a broken record. I've just been really busy, and there's been a lot going on, and there's still a lot going on. It's like I never get a little bit of a break, almost. But I definitely plan on trying to make sure that I am playing with this Let's Play pretty regularly. I probably will, because I already kind of have a schedule where I'm trying to, at least keyword on the trying, where Sundays are typically like speed builds, and then Wednesday I will post again, and it's normally the 100 baby challenge, and then Thursday or sometimes Friday I would post the Disney Princess challenge that I'm doing currently. So I figured I'd probably post the Let's Play, or this new Let's Play that I plan on doing, either on a Friday or Saturday, probably, but we will see. Because I was supposed to post a new 100 baby challenge video on Wednesday, because I wanted to play one more time before the new infant update came out, because I haven't been looking too much into it. I know like there's like different like traits kind of similar to like I believe like the toddler traits that the infants can have, but besides that I really don't know much else about what is going on with the infants or anything like that. So that will be interesting on how that works, because I've been looking, but I haven't at least thus far seen any sort of update to the 100 baby challenge in regards to not toddlers, infants, of like if there's anything that we are now required to do with the infants before we can age them up. So I will have to like look a little bit more into that. But I wanted to just have one last time where I didn't have infants, an extra lifespan. I feel like I expected myself to get through the 100 baby challenge a lot faster than what I have. But I haven't been playing as much as I thought I would as far as the 100 baby challenge. But, you know, that's fine. Slow and steady wins the race at the end of the day. I think I'm like right under 40 with the 100 baby challenge. So we're almost halfway there, which is not terrible. It could be better, but it's not terrible. I feel like I've had a lot of difficulties with the 100 baby challenge. So with all of that being said, I don't think it's that bad. But especially with the infant update and whatnot, I'm actually really glad that I am already past that point with the Disney Princess Challenge, because I'm pretty sure the current generation, Snow White's generation, is the only generation where we're expected to have so many kids. So I'm really glad that I got through that. So now I think most of the other generations it's only like 1 or 2 kids. So that will be a nice little break from dealing with a bunch of kids, since obviously 100 baby challenge is going to be nothing but kids. And then I'm literally about to do a let's play where the primary focus is children and family and whatnot. So it'll be a nice little break from having a bunch of kids running around and whatnot and having to kind of deal with that. But anyways, I will get back into the build. I really don't fully know what exactly, like as far as occupation and whatnot, that I want to have the new family basically, or the parents to have. Because for one, I don't know. I don't think that there's any new career, but I'm not entirely sure because I haven't been looking into any of that or anything like that. So I may end up changing some of the stuff inside, because in my head I was thinking of like one of them being more like of a traditional job where like either like a business person or like, I don't know, could be even a teacher maybe, but some place where they would need an office. So maybe a lawyer. I honestly haven't really played with a law career, so maybe a lawyer or a politician. Honestly, anything that's like more of a traditional job. And then the other one, I kind of have that set up right there where it's kind of like maybe they are doing like social media influencing kind of vibes, but like I just want them to do something creative, like it's kind of like that in that realm. So maybe they could also do like the interior design, which I also have never actually played through, but I have heard that it is pretty glitchy, so I don't know if I want to worry with that, especially since the main focus is going to be the family anyway. So I will have to see and decide on what exactly I want to do with that. I did include some stuff for them to have like a little pup. So there will be a dog added in eventually to our, I probably might go ahead and just make the dog. So when they're moved in, so they don't have to like adopt it or anything like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out, because like I said, I still have not actually made the family yet. So it's all still up in the air. Like I said, some of the things in this house might end up changing, but we shall see. But I was actually really surprised that at least like with the new pack, there's no new plants like that you can buy. The only new plants are like debug. So, but it's fine anyways, because I pretty much only use debug most of the time, because by the time I actually get to doing the outside of the house, it's normally pretty close to the max amount I want the house to be, and so it's just better to save some money using debug. So I guess that's fine, but like if you're someone who can't or doesn't use cheats, then that might be difficult. So for example, like the console players, they will only be able to use base game probably. But I am finishing up with the build, so I will go ahead and do a little closeout now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, you can give it a thumbs up. You can comment down below, and you can subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye.